Last videos, just we had a discussion about the fundamental data types of Python. We are covering the fundamental data types of Python. We are discussing, right? Sir, can you please confirm which types we covered already? Int we covered, float we covered. Next and after that, here have you remembered? Complex we covered. Next a bool we covered, and then string type we covered, sir. Do you know these are five things? Can you please confirm? Can you please confirm again? Int, float, complex, bool, and a string. These are five types are by default considered as fundamental data types of Python. Fundamental data types of Python, please make sure, sir. So these are five data types by default considered as fundamental data types of Python. Of course, there are some more data types are there, like list, tuple, okay, like a list, tuple, set, like we have multiple other types also there, sir. Have you remembered? Yes, sir. These 14 data types just we discussed, we just list out, but in this have you observed the first five? We covered the basic idea. You people has what is the int, what is the float, what is the complex, bool, and str. But what about these are things we will discuss in detail. Don't worry at all. But before that, related to these five types, we have to talk a bit important conclusions, right? So these five data types are called fundamental fundamental data types of Python. Fundamental data types of Python we covered in detail, right? So now there is just take very special care. We have int data type. We have int data type. Can you please tell, is a long type, is it available or not? Please confirm. Array, long bigger int value if you want to represent, is the long type available or not? Not available. Long is available in, have you remembered, available in Python 2.x or Python 2x, but not in, in Python 3x. Okay, remember this. But anyway, we are talking about Python 3.x. That's why we are not required to worry about okay, long, because there is no such type of data type in Python. Remember carefully, right? Okay. Now the third one. Okay. Here, do you know the people who are coming from other languages like Java, C language, like have you remembered, sir? A I'm taking A within single quote, especially the people who are coming from Java background. Sir, AB I'm taking, sir. So can you please tell AB is what type? I respond. AB is what type? What type? Yes, stringer type. AB is what type? Stringer type. Sir, what about single A within single quote, sir? Is what type? Single A within single quote is what type? Char type. Remember this one. Char type, right? Char type. In other languages, okay, we have char, but in Python, we are not having any such type of data type. So even char values also we can represent only by using string only explicitly. Char such type of type is not available. Char data type is not available. Remember carefully, sir. Char data type is not available. Okay, so these are some important things you people should aware about fundamental data types, right? Char is not available, but instead of char we require to use a string only. Okay, like sir, now what is the next concept we require to talk? Yes, sir, there is one small concept before going to the next data type. Here, type conversions. Okay, type casting from one type to another type. Is it possible to convert or not? I want to convert from one type to another type. Is it possible or not? Why not happily we can do that, sir. So we can convert from one type to another type. Into to float, into to float to complex, or complex to bool, or bool to string, like one type to another type we can convert. That process is by default considered type casting. Remember, right? Okay, we can we can convert from one type to another type, from one type to another type, under this process is by default considered, yeah, typecasting or type coercion. Remember this one, sir. What is that? Other word coercion. Typecasting or type coercion. Coercion, like we can use conversion, right? Conversion, like. So now to perform typecasting, which functions are there? Python contain the following inbuilt functions. Remember this one. I want to convert from one type to another type. So which functions are there? Okay, like, sir, can you please tell here which data types are there actually? Int, float, complex. Next and after that bool, and then str. Remember these five, right? Now which functions are there? Okay. Now the data types itself is function names also. Okay, remember carefully, right? Which functions are there? The same functions only. Okay, that's why. So I want to convert from other types to int type. Okay, then we require to use int function. From other types to float type, then we require to use float function. From other types to complex type, then we require to talk about complex. From other types to boolean type, then we have to go for bool. From other types to str, then we require to go for str type. Okay, any doubt about this one? Int, float, complex, bool, str, like. Okay, now my question is, let me talk a bit in detail about each types, right? Okay, here can you please tell for which purpose we can use int type? Hey, respond. For which purpose we can use int type? We can use this function to convert from other types to int type. Okay, so to convert, okay, to convert from other types to other types to int type, right? Okay, well, so now how you can do this conversion, sir? How we can do this conversion? So other types means float, complex, bool, and str is there. Okay, well, so now int 10.345 I want to convert, sir. I have float value is there. I have float value is there. Float to int. Float to int. How to convert, sir? Float to int. Okay, float to int conversion I'm trying to talk. Okay, float to int. So float to int, how you can convert, sir? Yes, int function. If you use, anyone can you please tell what is the answer by default we are going to get, sir? 10. Simple 10 we are going to get. Okay, now have a look once about this terminology, right? Okay, what is the answer by default we are going to get is, okay, here observe py. Okay, int of 10.345. Okay, like what the answer? 10. Simple 10 we are going to get, sir. So whenever we are trying to convert float value to int type, the digits after the decimal point by default will be gone. The digits after the decimal point by default will be gone. Remember carefully, right? This is float to int type. Okay, like, sir, second complex to int type. Complex to int type, rounding is not going to be happen. Rounding is not going to be happen. Remember this. So IPS rounding is not going to be happen. 10.999. Still we are going to get a 10 only. Remember carefully, sir. Here int of 10.999. Okay, I'm trying to take. Still the answer is a 10 only. The digits after the decimal point by default will be gone. Rounding is not going to be happen in this case. Okay, well, now I want to convert complex to int type. Complex value to int type. Sir, simple int of, now I'm taking 10 plus 20j. Now I'm trying to take 10 plus 20j. Okay, remember a bit very carefully, sir. Very carefully about this one. So here observe carefully. Immediately we are going to get type error. We can't convert complex to int type. We can't convert complex to float type. Remember that. So conversion from complex to int, complex to float, such type of conversions are not applicable. Okay, like now int of 10 plus 20j if I can take. Int of 10 plus 20j if I can take. Yes, a type error, can't convert complex to int. This is the error by default we are going to get. Any doubt? Are you feeling comfortable? Yes, I know itself is the valid. Yeah. Are you feeling comfortable? Okay. Next. Sir, float to int, complex to int. Okay, well. Now my requirement is, sir, bool to int. Bool to int. Yes, I hope you people may aware int of true I'm taking. Int of false I'm taking. Int of true means what the answer? Int of false means what the answer, sir? Int of true means 1. Int of false means 0. 0 like int of true means 1, int of false means 0 we are going to get. Okay, like sir, int true I'm trying to take, what is the answer, sir? 1. Int false I'm trying to take, 0 is the answer we are going to get. 1 0 we covered very clearly in the last session, sir. Whenever we are trying to convert boolean to int type, so true means 1, false is treated as a 0. Okay, like now the last conversions are string to int type. String to int type. So now observe carefully. Int of 10 I'm trying to take. Okay. Int of 10.5 I'm trying to take, sir. 10.5, 10.5 I'm trying to take. Int of, okay, 10.5 I'm trying to take. 0x face I'm taking like this. Sir, can you please confirm? Is it possible? Among these, all these things are valid or not? Array, string to int. Boss, can you please convert string? String to int. Is it possible or not? Okay. Remember this one. Remember this. Yes, possible. It's valid the 10. Yes, possible. It's valid the 10. Can you please tell? Is it possible or not? Please confirm. Can you please confirm? Is it possible or not? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then what is the value? Then what is the value? Okay, 10. 10 is the value. No, no, no. Remember that. Whenever we are trying to convert string to int, compulsory string value should contain int value internally and should be specified only in base 10. Remember this one, sir. Whenever we are trying to convert string to int type, whenever we are trying to convert string to int type, compulsory string should contain int value only and should be specified int value only and should be specified only in and should be specified only in base 10. Remember carefully, right? Should be specified only in base 10. Sir, here it is the no problem into only. But it is the float. Sorry, man. Float to int internally string form. If the string contain float value not possible, this is also not possible. What is the reason for that? Is array it is the int only, but the problem here is it is not in decimal. It is in hexadecimal. That's why it is not possible the last two things. Remember, have a look once. Have a look once. Int of string form 10 I'm trying to take valid. Int of, sir, here 10.5 string form I'm trying to take. Yes, value error invalid literal for int with the base 10. It's always expecting base 10 only, base 10. That's why the problem is going to come. int of int of, okay, here I'm trying to take 0x face I'm taking, sir. 0x face immediately value error we are going to get invalid literal for int with base 10. Okay, please make sure these are things what you people should aware. Any doubt? So it is a value error. Even this one is also value error like we are going to get. Okay, so for which purpose we can use int? What are various loopholes are there? Please take a bit very special care, sir. If I can take like this, okay, 1 minute. Even two students asked about this doubt. Is it possible or not? Can you please confirm? Int 0x space, am I providing string value? No. if it is a string if it is a string, double quotes or single quotes must be mandatory, but it's not a string. Sir, 0x face, he's a what type of value? Respond. What type of value? Madhu asked. Next and after that, Sainath is also asked this doubt. Hey, I'm asking about type, but not base. But not base. Hexadecimal, I know. I'm not talking about base. Which base? What is the type? Type is int type. If it is the int type, it is int type. Remember that. Array, I have one question. It is already int value. Why you are trying to convert to int? Are you getting? So the first question, it is already int value. It's already int value. What is the need of converting to int again? Int again? Okay, like yes, still, sir, I want to do that. I want to do that. Yeah, no problem at all. Yes. So we won't get any error at all. Okay. Don't worry at all, sir. Int of 0x face 64,206 is the value by default we are going to get. Okay, so whenever Python virtual machine printing, it is always going to print only in the decimal form, only in the decimal form. Yes, take a bit special care. Clear, right, sir? Already this is already int value. It is already int value, Sucharita. It's already int value. What is the need of converting to int type? Okay, when we should go for int function to convert from other types to int, if the value is already int type, what is the need of converting this? Are you feeling comfortable how you can use int function? Okay, like yes, take a bit special care. If we are trying to convert float to int, what will happen? If we are trying to convert, if we are trying to convert float to int, what will happen? If we are trying to convert complex to int, sorry, this conversion is not possible. Boolean to int means true means 1, false means 0. String to int, happily you can do that, but make sure compulsory internally string value should contain int value and with the base 10 only. Okay, like you should aware. Next, second function, sir. Okay, what is my second function? Is float function. Okay, float, sir. Can you please confirm what is the purpose of float function? Float function from other types to respond from other types to float type. I want to convert. Okay, from other types to float type. I want to convert, right? So other types means into to float, into to float. Let me talk about this one, sir. Into to float. Yeah, very simple, very simple. Float of 10 I'm taking. What is the answer by default? We are going to get 10.0. Remember this one, sir, because into to float, what is the answer by default? We are going to get 10.0. Remember this one, float of 10.0 is the answer. Next, complex to float, complex to float. I told already, is it possible or not possible? Is it possible or not possible? Float of 10 plus 20 j, if I can take, immediately error by default you are going to get. Okay, float of 10 plus 20 j. Okay, float of 10 plus 20 j, if I can take, immediately type error. Can't convert complex to float, like we are going to get the error. Okay, like this is the second one, sir. Okay, what is the third one? What is the third one? You people should be aware. Into to float, complex to float. Next, third one, sir, bool to float. Bool to float, how you can do that? Yes, you can expect, float of true. What may be the answer? Float of true, what may be the answer? 1.0. Float of false, what the answer? Okay, 0.0, like we have to get. Let me crutch a float of true I'm taking, sir. What output we are going to get? 1.0. Float of false I'm taking. What the answer we are going to get? 0.0, because at the end I required float value. That's why, right? Okay. Last conversion, what I have to talk is string to float. Okay. Plus here, please take a bit very special care. String to float. Okay, internally string value, string should contain. So internally string should contain either int or float, and should be specified only in base 10, should be specified only in base 10. Okay, like we are going to get. Okay, internally string should contain either int or float, should be specified only in base 10. Please take a bit special care about this one, sir. Sir, what is the meaning? What is the meaning of that? Meaning of that, right? Suppose here I'm trying to take float of 10. Sorry, float of 10. Can you please confirm, is it acceptable or not? Float of 10.5. float of 10.5. Sir, float of 0x space, 0x space, like if I can take. Sir, first one is valid, internally into only, into to float means 10.0. Second one is also valid because internally the string contain float only, that's why 10.5. But the last one immediately error by default you are going to get, because I told whenever we are trying to convert string to float, compulsory we have to use only decimal but not octal, binary, hexadecimal. Such type of things are not going to be valid. Okay, like now let me cross check. Float of 10, string I'm taking 10.0, float of 10.0, float of 10.5 I'm trying to take, yes, 10.5, float of 0x face I'm taking, immediately error we are going to get value error could not convert string to float, like we are going to get like. Are you feeling comfortable? Yes, friends. Value error could not convert string to float. Okay, like so this is what you people should aware, right? So how to convert from other types to float type, which function we require to use, please take a bit special care. Any doubt? Are you feeling comfortable? Okay, Babita, error by default won't be there, it is the value error, type error, some error, like I told. Two values you can't give, only one value, sign up. Two values we won't give, only one value we have to give. Okay, like now the next cinema what I have to take. Okay, sir, complex it is also very important, sir. Of course I told, right, we never going to use okay, complex in general in our coding, that's why we have to talk as less as possible about this type. Remember carefully, right? So what is the purpose of this one, sir? To convert, to convert from other types to, to convert from other types to complex type, to convert from other types to complex type. Okay, like sir, here how you can do that? What is the way? There are two forms are there, sir. Have you remembered anyone? 10 plus 20j, this 10 is called what? A real number, a real value, a real number. Under this 20 is called imaginary number, imaginary value, like so if you want to convert complex from other types to complex, very simple, sir, very simple, sir. Form 1. Okay, there are two forms are available, very simple, sir, don't worry. Complex of only one argument, only one argument, sir. How many arguments you are passing here? Only one argument. That argument by default considered, yes, that argument by default considered, yes, real part. Remember this one. Then what about imaginary part? Imaginary part will become zero. Imaginary part will become zero, like you should aware. So if you are passing one argument, that argument is always going to consider, yes, is always going to consider, yes, do you know real part? Okay, now complex of 10 I'm trying to take, complex of 10.5 I'm trying to take, complex of true I'm taking, sir. True I'm trying to take, true I'm trying to take, complex of, okay, sir, here string I'm taking, in the string I'm trying to take 10, string I'm trying to take, in the string I'm trying to take 10.5. Now observe, in the first case what is the answer we will get? 10 plus 0j, 10 plus 0j. Second case, what is the answer, sir? 10.5 plus 0j we are going to get. Okay, next true means 1, 1. Have you remembered, right? 1 plus 0j. Next 1 plus 0j. Okay, like sir, if I consider false, if I consider false, false means 0 plus 0j. 0 plus 0j simply represented as 0j. That's all, 0j. So real part is not there means 0 only, right? Complex of 10, 10 plus 0j, 10.5. Okay, 10.5 plus 0j. Okay, like we are going to get. Please confirm. Everyone in the position to understand clearly? Yes, friends, how many arguments we are passing? How many arguments we are passing? Two arguments, only one argument. If it's only one argument, that argument is by default considered as real part. Real part. Okay, like now let me execute these things one by one. Complex of 10 I'm taking 10 plus 0 j. Okay, 10.5 I'm trying to take 10.5 plus 0 j. Okay, like sir, true I'm taking. Yes, what is the answer? 1 plus 0 j. Like false I'm trying to take, false I'm trying to take 0j, 0j we are going to get. Sir, complex of 10 we are trying to take, 10 we are trying to take, 10, 10 plus 0j, 10, 10 plus 0j, okay, 10.5 I'm trying to take, but the answer we are going to get, sir, 10.5 plus 0j, like we are going to get. Yes, some people may ask, here observe the complex of 10 I'm taking, sir. Immediately error we are going to get. Immediately error, because real part should be a number. It may be int value or it may be float value, no problem, right? But ten is not a number, is not a number like then automatically we are going to get value error, like we will get. Now observe, value error, complex arg is a malformed string, like we are going to get the error. Yeah, feeling comfortable? Single quotes and double quotes is the same, Gangaras. There is no difference at all. There is no difference at all. 10 here in complex numbers, 10 and here the either int or float, in this case int only. Is asking this question, IPS. So in the complex numbers, real part never be string type. Real part is always int or float. IPS. Getting? Okay. So because you provided string, that's why is it string? No. Already converted. Already converted, because complex is the responsible to convert that. We never converted to int. Automatically is it? Yes. Internally complex function itself is the responsible to do that. So form 1, how many arguments are there? Only one argument. Form 2, sir. Okay, I told we are not required to talk complex much, because very rare we are going to use. It's not a general topic. Okay, generally used thing. Next, here last one here, see, sir. This one someone is asking about. Can you please explain? Like, sir, here observe. If I can take x, if I can take x, x is the real part or imaginary part? Please confirm. Yeah, x is the real part or imaginary part? Imaginary part, real part, real part. Usually, real part or imaginary part. Okay, sir, these things should be either int value or float value only. Remember that it never contain string value. It is never be string value. Okay, like if you provide, even you provided string type, this string will be converted into number implicitly. But here I provided ten, but you can't convert this one into int type or float type. That's why we are going to get error. Yes, who is asking this question? Is it got clarified? Because it is the real part should be a number, but a ten internally conversion is not going to be happen. That's why the problem is going to come. Okay, this is the form 1. Let me go for form 2, sir. Let me talk about form 2. Form 2 is the simple two arguments. Array, first argument is string, I mean a real part. Second argument is first argument is what real part. Second argument is imaginary part. Okay, like yeah, someone is asking about some small things. I hope why you are getting this doubt. Yeah, I don't know. Sai, do you want me to explain this one? Is it really required, or are you in the position to understand what will happen? Okay, please confirm. What about remaining people? Can you please confirm what will happen in this case? What will happen in this case? Sai, what your expectation in this case? Error, because it is the real part. real part should contain integer. Real part should contain either int or float. But here it is not possible to convert into int value. Not possible to convert into int value or float value. Okay, that's why. So value error by default you are going to get. Okay, like now observe. Now have a look one value error. Complex argument is the malformed string. Okay, well, sir, now let me talk about the second one, complex. Sir, here, do you know x comma y? X comma y. Now, x plus yj form. If you want x plus yj, x is the real part and y is the imaginary part. Okay, complex of 10 comma 20. 10 comma 20. What is the answer by default? We are going to get 10 plus 20 j. Okay, complex are 10.5, 10.5 comma 20.6, like this I'm trying to take, sir. Now 10.5 plus 20.6 j we are going to get. Don't worry, sir, we are not required to discuss much about this, but anyway single argument and two argument functions are available for the complex. Okay, let me talk, sir. Here complex are 10 comma 20. Observe 10 plus 20 j perfectly itself is the valid. Sir, complex are 10.5, 10.5 comma 20.6. I'm trying to take 10.5 plus 20.6 j we are going to get. Any doubt how to convert other types to complex type? I hope the terminology is very clear for you people, right? Okay. Yeah. Someone is asking about this. Someone is asking about this. What will happen here? Okay. Here say this one. Complex of true. Complex of true. Okay. It is invalid. It is invalid because it is treated as a string true but not Boolean value. But not Boolean value. Ajinkya. Observe, it is a string to true but not Boolean value. This string internally not containing any int value. That's why problem is going to come. Here also same story. Here also same story. In all these cases, we are going to get value error. Value error, I'm sure. Okay. Now the next one. Now the next one. So here someone is asking about what is about this one, sir? Anyone, can you please confirm? Can you please confirm complex of true comma 30? Complex of true comma 30. True comma 30. It is not string. It is a Boolean. Whenever it is a Boolean, internally its equivalent value will come in the picture. 1 plus 30j. 1 plus 30j. Maybe 1.0 or something like. Let me cross check. What is the answer we are going to get? 1 plus 30j. Remember carefully. True means 1. So because real part, imaginary part should be numbers only. That's why, right? So how to convert from other types to complex type? There are two forms are available. Okay, well, sir, next cinema. Next cinema. Talari Himabindu. Yes, it is the valid. What is the problem with that? 10 plus 15.6 J. Okay. What is the next function we have to discuss? Anyone, can you please tell? Int conversion completed, float conversion completed, complex conversion completed. What the next ones are? Bool conversion. Bool conversion, right? Okay. So from other types to other types to bool type to bool type. Bool type. So just sir, last case you said it is the string. Last case you said it is the string. Yeah. Can you please confirm? Here it is the Boolean value, but whenever I'm taking inside single quote, it will become single quote or double quote. It will become string, but not Boolean. Pavani, getting? Okay. Yes, Pavani. Whenever we are taking, okay, this single quote or double quote, it is treated as a string. Internally this string doesn't contain a number. but here it is a Boolean. Boolean internally can be converted into number. Observe the difference. In this case, error we will get, but in this case, we won't get any error. Okay, this is 1 plus 30j. Just now I showed, right? Okay, well, sir, now Boolean from other types to bool. Okay, very simple, sir. Very simple. Let me take into bool. What is the rule we have to take? Into bool. Into bool, sir. What is the rule we require to take? Sir, if you are passing 0, 0, 0 argument, 0 means 0 means 0 means false. 0 means false. Non-zero means non-zero means true. Non-zero means true. 0 means false. Non-zero means true. Simple, right? Now you can ask bool of 0, bool of -10, -10, any number. In this case, first case what the answers are? False, false. Second case what the answer we are going to get? True is the answer. 0 means false. Non-zero means true. Non-zero, it may be negative value also. No problem, right? Okay. Well, bool of 0. Okay, false. Bool of 10, 10, 10 I'm taking, sir. Positive 10, true. Bool of -10 I'm taking. Yes, still it is the true we are going to get. Clear, right? Okay. Next, sir, float to bull. Float to bull. Bull. Okay, like same story. same story. Okay. 0, 0.0. 0.0 means 0.0 means false. Non-zero means true. Non-zero means true. True. Like, sir, where is the proof for that? Okay. Bool of 0.0 false. Bool of 0.1, 0.17 something like yes, true is the answer. So if it is 0.0 false for any other number, it is always true itself is the answer. Remember carefully, right? Any doubt? Hey, respond. How to convert? So into to bool, float to bool. Please take a bit special care. Next, how to convert complex to complex. How to convert? So here complex to bool. Okay, complex to bool. Okay, please make sure, sir, it is valid. It is valid. Complex to bool. Is it? It's a valid, right? How it is, sir? If both, real, if both real and imaginary parts, if both real and imaginary parts are 0, then if both real and imaginary parts are 0, then result is sir, false. False. Otherwise true, sir. Otherwise true you are going to get. Otherwise true. Now here just observe that bool of 0 plus 0j, bool of 0 plus 1j, bool of 10 plus 20j, like I'm trying to take. In the first case, what the answers are? False is the answer because both are 0. Second case, what the answer we are going to get? True is the answer. Third case, what the answer we are going to get? True itself is the answer. Okay, true is the answer. Where is the proof for that? Now observe that bool of 0 plus 0j. Yes, false is the answer. Bool of 0 plus 1j. True. Here have you observed, right? Sorry, bool of okay, bool of 0 plus 1j. True is the answer, sir. Bool of okay 10 plus 20j. True is the answer. Please take a bit special care. So complex to bool, how the answer will be? Very important, sir. Similarly, string to bool, bool. Okay, like I want to convert. Yes, what is the way, sir? Very simple. Very simple. Here also, boss, can you please remember this rule well, because it's a very important in the next level. String to bool, how you can do that, sir? Very simple. Sir, now if if string if a string is empty string means it doesn't contain any characters. Empty string, then result is false. Then result is false. Otherwise, result is true, sir. If it is empty string, result is false. Otherwise, result is true. True, we are going to get. Okay. Now, where is the proof for that? Yes, see this one, sir. So, bool of empty string. Nothing. Just double quotes open, double quotes close, or single quote open, single quotes close. Yes, false is the answer. Bool of Durga. Here, just observe that bool of Durga, non-empty string. What is the answer? True itself is the answer we are going to get. Any doubt? Are you feeling comfortable? Bool of true. What is the answer we are going to get? So think a bit, Ajinkya. Why you are getting this doubt? The theoretical point is very clear. Can you please read this line once? If a string is empty string, then the result is false. Otherwise, the result is true. Can you please tell what is the answer we are going to get? Is this string is empty or non-empty? Non-empty. If it is non-empty, then the result is always true. Okay, non-empty, then the result is always true. Don't keep any doubt at all. Now, bool of true, what the answer we are going to get, sir? True itself is the answer. Oh, very important. Can you please confirm? Dangerous combination. Bool of false I'm taking. Bool of false. What is the answer we are going to get? Respond. Bool of false. What is the answer we are going to get? True only. Don't get confused. True only. Because it never going to consider internally which content is there. Array content is there or not. Which content is not important. Non-empty string. The result is always, okay, is non-empty string. The result is always true only. Any doubt? So how to convert other types to Boolean type? Okay, int to bool, float to bool, complex to bool. Okay, complex to bool. So in all these cases, in all these three cases, if argument is 0, it is false. Non-zero, it is true. Remember that. If the argument is 0, false, non-zero, true. Next, string to bool, empty string, false, non-empty string, true is the answer. Clear? You people are feeling comfortable? Okay. Now, the last thing what we have to talk. Okay. The last one we require to talk about str. Remember this one, sir, str. So from other types to str. From other types to str. Remember carefully, right? Yeah. From other types to str. Please take a bit very special care. Supriya is asking one small doubt. So here our doubt is, can you please confirm what the answer we are going to get? What the answer we are going to get? The answer is already there. Already there. Why it is the true? What is the reason? What is the argument you are passing? What is the argument? Is it a string argument or otherwise is it int value? String argument. String argument. It is the string argument. Whenever we are using single quotes, so it is the string. In the string argument, what is the rule? If the string is empty string, then the result is false. Otherwise, result is true. That's why bool of string which is non-empty. What is the answer? True is the answer. Remember this one, non-empty string. That's why. Suppose bool of 0 I'm taking. What is the answer? What is the answer we are going to get? Bool of 0, 0 I'm taking. False. Because it is not a string. It is int value. It is int value. Like you have to aware. Getting? Feeling comfortable? Okay. Yeah. Who asked this question? Supriya. Getting right? What is the difference between these two things? Because internally type you require to take a bit special care. String means non-empty, true, empty, false. Okay. Now str types are from other types to str. Str type not having any restriction. Any restrictions are str of 10, str of 10, string, all the things are applicable. No conversions, right? All the things are applicable. Okay, 10 plus 20 j. Anything you can convert. Anything you can convert. Str of true we are taking. Okay, like so all these things perfectly acceptable. There is no problem at all. Now, have a look once. str of 10 means converted to string. str of 10.5 converted to 10.5. str of 10 plus 20j converted to string. str of true. str of true means converted to string true. Okay, from any type to string, happily you can convert. There is no problem at all. Clear, right? Any doubt? So just while representing, you can use either single quote or double quote, but Python virtual machine while printing string values, it is always going to follow single quote. I told single quote is the lightweight. Single quote is the lightweight. That's why it's recommended to use single quote for us also. But even you can use double quote, single quotes, no problem at all. Okay. Yes, hexal, octal, binary, anything you can convert into the string, acceptable, no problem, right? Yeah, clear? Okay, so these are type conversion functions. You people should aware, because maybe a chance to ask, sir, in the exam or otherwise in the interview room. So is it possible to convert into to int or not, into to float or not? Okay, like we should be in the position to answer. Okay, like now have a look once about this. I'm trying to take here. Legend this one. Observe carefully. Here I'm trying to take matter of just 1 minute. Here I'm trying to take int float, float, okay, int float, complex, boolean, str, like this I'm trying to take, sir. Complex str, like okay. Now here int float, complex, next, and after that complex, boolean, and then string. Okay, just have a look once, sir. Here I'm trying to take, okay. Here just observe int sorry, I'm trying to take int float, okay, float, next complex, okay. Here just observe that complex, I'm taking complex, okay. Now here 1 minute, complex, next bool, okay, str, like I'm trying to take str. So same thing, int next, and after that, float, okay. Now here I'm trying to take a complex, okay. Next complex bool I'm trying to take, next, and after that here, okay, bool I'm taking str. Yeah, please take a bit very special care. Into to int conversion, is it possible or not? Yes, why not? Why not? Into to int conversion is always possible, sir. Into value, of course conversion is not required, not required. Next, into to float conversion possible, into to float possible, into to complex possible. Yeah, possible. Into to complex possible, but complex to int is not possible. Into to boolean possible, into to str possible. Okay, float to int, yes, possible. Float to complex, possible. Float to boolean possible, float to string possible. Complex to int, complex value I want to convert to int, sorry, not possible. Complex value to float, not possible. Complex to complex is always possible. Complex to boolean, yes, okay. Complex to str possible. Next, boolean to int, boolean to float, boolean to complex, boolean to bool, boolean to str possible. Str to int, str to float, str to complex, str to bool, str to str, like yes, all these things are convertible only in one particular area. We can't convert complex numbers into type. We can't convert complex numbers to float type. That's what you have to aware. Feeling comfortable? Respond. Don't be silent. Okay, type conversions from one type to another type, how you can convert. Okay, like you should aware, sir. Okay, like sir, now so just it is not there in our material also. If you want, you can take a snap of this diagram. Okay, it is not there in our material. If you want, you can take snap screenshot you can take. Okay, yeah, good. Now here the next cinema, what I have to take, very important, sir. So this concept is the very important for the interview room also. But no one is going to ask the question related to array type conversions. Very rare. But anyway, being a programmer, we should have knowledge. But anyway, here, so the next thing what I have to talk, yes, it is a very important fundamental data types. Sir, which are fundamental data types? Respond. I forgot. I don't know. Which are fundamental data types? Int, float, int, float, complex, bool, str. The first five types are by default considered as complex types. Fundamental data types versus immutability. Immutability. Fundamental data types versus immutability. The most valuable, very important concept what you people should aware, sir. Okay, like so immutable. So first question you have to aware. First question you people should aware. First important conclusion. Can you please read this one? Very important point. All fundamental data types are immutable. All fundamental data types are immutable. Remember very carefully about this one, sir. What is this concept? All fundamental data types are immutable. Immutable. Okay. Now my question is, what is immutable? Okay, this is the very important, sir. What is the immutable? Immutable, right? Sir, mutable means changeable, okay, or changeable, you can use any word, changeable. Sir, immutable means immutable means immutable means non changeable. Okay, non changeable, sorry, you can't change, we can't do any modification at all, non changeable. Okay, this concept is by default considered as immutable. Once we create python object, python fundamental data type objects are, because all types are objects, everything in python is an object. In everything in python, everything in python is an object. Everything in python is an object. So please make sure, sir, all fundamental data types, all fundamental data type are immutable. So once we create an object, once we creates an object, we can't change its value. Remember carefully, sir. Once we create its object, we can't change its value because it is immutable. Okay, like that is the meaning. That is the meaning of immutability, right? Then immediately you may ask, sir, why it is immutable? Can you please explain with a small example? Like you people may ask, I will explain, sir. Sir, do you know here? Just observe. Very important. Very important, sir. Do you know I have 10 is there. Listen carefully. 10 is there, sir. 10 is there. This 10 is what type? Please confirm. This 10 is what type? What type? Intertype. Intertype. Suppose 10, 20, 30 is there. Okay. Do you know a group of int values? This is called the list type. Okay, collection type, list types are. Okay, we will discuss in python. Next data type is the list. Now l is equal to 10, 20, 30, 30. Now can I use the word boss? 10, 20, 30 list is there. L is the reference variable like this. Yes, is it valid or not? Yeah, yeah, it's a valid like. Now here say this L is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. Okay, sir, print before modification. Before modification, first thing you have to aware, sir. So let me print L. Let me print L. What the output by default you are going to get is here. Just observe that. Observe very carefully, sir. Most valuable thing I'm trying to take. Py test at py. What the answer? What the answer we are going to get? 10 20 30. 10 20 30. Okay, that's all. 10 20 30. Here we are going to get. Yeah, same. I'm trying to print the value. Now, sir, how you can access this element? How you can access this element, sir? This element is L of 0 index base. L of 0 means 10. L of 1 means 20. L of 2 means 30 by index. L of 0 is equal to 7777. I'm taking. Hey, that a bloody 10 I don't want. Can you please change its value? Is it possible or not? Okay, is it possible or not? Print L again. Now, is that value will be changed or not? Yes. Can you please confirm? Can you please confirm? Happily the value got changed. Now onwards 10 won't be there. 7777 is there. So now once we create a list object, is it possible to change its content or not? Yeah. Once we create a list object, is it possible to change its content or not? Yes, it's a possible. That's why list is mutable. Remember carefully, sir. List is mutable. Now clear indication. You can change the content, no problem, right? Now same style I'm taking. S is equal to Durga. Durga like. How to access this element? Anyone, can you please tell? How you can access this element? D. How you can? S of 0. S of 0 like. Now S of 0 is equal to okay. Now I'm taking, now I'm trying to take sir, here just M Murga Murugan. Okay, S of 0 is equal to M I'm trying to take, sir. Now take very special care about this one. Okay, now take a bit very special care about this. If I'm trying to take like this, Python virtual machine is going to give left and right. Left and right. Python virtual machine will give left and right. Hey, all fundamental data types are immutable. How you can change the content of this string? Immediately error we are going to get. Observe carefully. Str object does not support item assignment. Okay, like we are going to get the error. So are you getting the feeling? So you can't change its content by mistake. If you are trying to change its content, immediately error by default we are going to get. So once we create string object, we can't change its content. This type of non-changeable behavior is called immutable. But once we create string object, yes, we can change its content. Once we create list object, we can change its content because list object is mutable. Any doubt? What is the meaning of immutability and mutability with an example? Array, respond. What is the meaning of mutable, immutable with an example? All the people are in the position to understand. Someone asked the doubt. I didn't remember. Anil, do you have any doubt? Anil. Sir, immutable means non-changeable. Array, you are not allowed to change its content. You are not allowed to change its content. Mutable means changeable. Okay. Mutable means changeable. Okay, like. So now observe that mutable means you can change its content. Immutable means non-changeable. You can't change its content. Sir, in the case of list, you can change its content, but in the case of string, we are not allowed to change its content. Clear, right? non-changeable. You can't change its content. Content is always fixed. Such a type of thing is called immutable. Hare, you can change its content. You can change its content. Okay, then it is called mutable. Okay, now I have one small doubt, sir. Now I have one small doubt. Okay, here see this one, sir. Very important. Very important. Here I'm trying to take. Yes, Anil, I hope your doubt is going to clarify now. 10, 20, 30. Now observe, print, print, before modification, before modification, modification, what is the value I'm taking? L. Before modification, address, I'm taking ID of L. Correct, right? ID of L. Now, L of 0 is equal to 7777. Now, after modification, after modification, okay, sir, after modification, what is the content? After modification, what is the address? Okay, remember carefully. Remember a bit very carefully, sir, because this knowledge is the very important. I created a list with some address 10, 20, 30. Address is the same. Now, L 10, 20, 30 address, we are going to get the address of this object. L of 0 is equal to 7777. In the same object, the content will be changed. In the same object, the content will be changed. Now, after modification, the value 7777 20 30. After modification address, is there any change in the address of this object? Please confirm. Is there any change in the address of this object? No change at all. No difference. No change at all. Okay, like now, observe what is the answer by default we are going to get is yes, observe carefully. 1 minute, 1 minute. I didn't save this code. Yes, observe that. Can you please observe? Is it the same address? Hey, is it the same address? So in the same address, is the content is changed or not? Yes, it is changed. So it is in the same address. Address is not changed. In the same address only. Yes, we are allowed to change its content. This type of nature, changeable nature, is by default considered as mutability. Simple, sir. Mutable means changeable. You can change its content. Clear, right? Idea of 0 and idea of 1 are different. Correct, Anil? Why idea of 0 and idea of 1 are different? Because idea of 0 means what? 10 address. So idea of 1 means 20 address. Both the things are different, right? Anil. Okay. Yeah. Now, see. But in the case of string, is it possible to change the content? Oh, respond. Is it possible to change the content? Is it possible or not? No chance at all. Once we create string object, its content is always final. Its content is always fixed. You are not allowed to change its content. That's why it is always immutable. Okay. Please take a bit very special care. So, what is the meaning of immutable? Mutable. Clear for you people? Next, everything here, all fundamental data types are immutable. All fundamental data types are immutable. Int is immutable. Float is immutable. Complex is immutable. Next, Boolean is immutable. Everything itself is immutable. Next, I have one small doubt, sir. A is equal to 10. A is equal to 20. Print A. What the answer we are going to get? Don't get confused. Innocent people are going to get confusion. Very innocent people are there in our session. What the answer we are going to get? Can you please? Okay, what the answer we are going to get now? 20 is the answer. 20 is the answer, sir. So now my question is 20 is the answer. So some people are feeling, Arey, you told that. So these fundamental types are immutable. You are changing the value of A. Then how is like some people are feeling? Now observe that. Don't get confused. A is 10. Okay. A is a 10. Now A is the 20. Now onwards, A is pointing to new object. We are not performing any change in this object. This object eligible for garbage collection. Array, I'm not changing its content. I'm not changing its content. Okay, this new object A is pointing. Now print of A means 20 is the answer. Getting right? Have you observed? In this case, address is the different or same. In this case, address is the different or same. In this case, address of 10, address of 20, both the things are same or different? Different. Now, where is the proof for that? Now observe, A is equal to 10, A is equal to 20, print of A I'm trying to take. Print of A, okay? Sorry, here 20 is the answer. Now, so print address ID of A. ID of A. Now print ID of A. ID of A. Yes, observe. Here 10 address, but here 20 address. Both addresses are different. Have you observed? 240, 560. Yes, you people should aware. It is the reassignment is happen, but not changing the content. Remember, in the existing object, we are not performing any change. Okay, I'm performing just a reassign the reference variable. Okay, like Dhanasri, garbage collection is there in Python. Yes, that object, if the object doesn't have any reference variable, yes, that object will be destroyed. Okay, so now the point is very clear. All fundamental data types are immutable. Immutable. Int, byte, float, float, complex like bool, all are immutable, right? Now you may ask, sir, what is the advantage? What is the advantage? Why immutability is required? Yeah, please take a bit special care about this one, sir. What is the biggest advantage? Why this immutability is required is, what the reason for that is? To understand the reason, let me talk few minutes outside. Okay, very important, sir. Listen carefully. Sir, here I'm taking A is equal to 10, B is equal to 10, C is equal to 10, D is equal to 10. Can you please confirm how many variables are there? Please respond. How many variables are there? 4 variables. How many objects will be created? How many objects will be created, sir? Respond. How many objects will be created? Will be created 4. It should create 4 because it is the different, it is the different, it is the different, it is the different. Okay, that's why it's always going to create a separate object. Okay, like 4. Yeah, believe me, in this case, only one object is going to be created. Only one object is going to be created. What is the reason for that is array A is equal to 10. So B is equal to 10. Array, I want to create an object with the 10. Python virtual machine will check, is there any object already with the 10? If it is already available, what is the need? What is the need of creating new object? Not required. Not required. Can you please create? Can you please use existing object only? C is equal to 10. It won't create new object. D is equal to 10. It won't create new object. Array, where is the address? Print ID of A. Print ID of A. ID of B. Okay. ID of C. Next, ID of D I'm trying to take. ID of A, B, C, D, like I'm trying to take, sir. Now observe. Now have a look once. What the answer? Can you please confirm ID of A, B, C, D is the same address or not? Yeah. Is it the same address or not? Yeah. What is the advantage? Are you seeing some advantage here? What is the advantage here? No, in Python, always object is going to be reused. What is the advantage? Memory utilization will be improved. Save memory. Save memory. We are not required to create 4 objects. We can create only one object. Only one object. Okay, remember that. Okay. So even in the old versions, we have some restriction, but in the newer versions, no restriction at all. Any bigger value also, it's always going to be reused. Anil. Okay, like now, what is the advantage here? Memory utilization will be improved. Memory utilization will be improved, sir. Memory utilization will be improved like now take very special care. Yes, you can. So not only in the case, for remaining cases also, A is equal to Durga I'm taking, B is equal to Durga I'm taking. Now print ID of A, print of ID of A, ID of B I'm trying to take, sir. But the output, am I going to get the same address or not? Yes, can you please confirm? So in the case of fundamental data types, object reusability is there. Okay, even for float complex also object reusability is there in the case of fundamental data types. So to improve, okay, to improve memory utilization, to improve memory utilization, okay, objects will be reused, objects will be reused in, objects will be reused in fundamental data types, fundamental data types. Yeah, all the people are in the position to understand. Karen, correct? If the same value assigned to different variable, still the address is the same because only one object will be reused by multiple references. Feeling comfortable up to this? Okay. So what is the advantage with this? What the advantage with this? Memory utilization, right? But what the problem with this? Oh, there is a bigger problem is there. There is a bigger problem is there. What is the problem with that is listen carefully. What is the problem here is observe that. There is one voter registration application I'm trying to develop. Voter registration app I'm trying to take. So here user is required to provide, user is required to provide, okay, name, name, next and after that age, name, age, date of birth, name, age, okay, date of birth, date of birth, next and the address, in that address city, okay, like we have to enter several fields. At last submit button is there, sir. Assume this is the application what I'm trying to take. Please take very special care. This is the submit button like. Now here see, suppose assume that in Hyderabad, in Hyderabad, two two crores people are there. Assume sir. In Hyderabad, 1 crore voters are there. Okay, listen very carefully. How many voters are there? How many voters are there? 1 crore voters are there in Hyderabad. Now my question is, first voter came. Sir, my city name is Hyderabad. My city name is Hyderabad. Okay, like first voter fill. Now in the memory, with Hyderabad, an object got created. With Hyderabad, an object got created in the memory like. So voter one point into that. Okay, voter one point into that. Second voter came. Ah, boss, my city is also Hyderabad only. Wow, wonderful. So Hyderabad is already there. Now for second voter also point into the same. Now the third voter came. Boss, my city also Hyderabad only. Oh, no problem, right? Yes, we three. Okay, right. Now 1 crore voter came. Okay, boss, your city is also Hyderabad only, right? That's why you are also pointed to the same. Boss, can you please imagine once how much memory is going to be saved? How much performance improvement? Because creating separate object every time is a too much performance. It's a too costly operation creating an object. But how many objects are created here? Please confirm. How many objects are created? Only one object. But how many times I'm reusing this object? 1 crore times. Instead of creating 1 crore objects, we require to create only one object and we can reuse the same object 1 crore times. How beautiful! How much memory utilization, how much performance improvement is there? Are you saying the positive side of this object reusability? Yeah, please confirm. Any doubt? Any doubt up to this? Okay. Well, now my question is, listen carefully, sir. Now my question is, now the negative side of the coin you have to say, sir. Okay, 1 crore point into the same. V3 person, okay, V3 person came, sir. Array, I got transferred to Vijayawada. I want to change my city name. I want to change my city name. Like V3 person trying to change his city name from Hyderabad to Vijayawada. Assume that's all. In the existing object, if you are allowed to change the content, if you are allowed to change the content in the existing object, what will happen? All the remaining 1 crore members are going to be affected or not? Because here same object only, right? All the remaining 1 crore members are going to be affected. Forget about memory utilization, forget about performance improvement. But the problem here is abnormal behavior is there. Today morning I checked my city is Hyderabad only. But at 10 o'clock I checked, suddenly it became Vijayawada. At 3 o'clock I checked, my city name is Warangal. I never changed. Automatically my city changing. So in the water list, like n number of problems are going to come in the picture. To prevent this problem, okay, fundamental data types are immutable. What is the meaning of that immutability? Is very simple, sir. Once we create an object, we are not allowed to change the content. If any person want to change the content, sir, we three person want to change the content, hey, don't change in the existing object, create a new object, new object, and only v3 person is going to change, is pointing to that. Okay, only v3 person is going to point. There is no effect on the remaining people because of object reusability. Immutability concept is required. Okay, why immutability is required? What is the need of immutability? Because in fundamental data types we are reusing the same object. That's why, because of object reusability, immutability concept we have to go for. Feeling comfortable? So once we create an object, is it possible to change its content? Is it possible to change its content? Once we create an object, is it possible to change its content? There is no change, there is no chance at all to change its content. Okay, so that is that why this behavior immutability, that behavior itself is called immutability. Yeah, Trupti Deshmukh, don't worry at all, don't worry at all about this terminology, a bit advanced level. At a very fundamentals level, the people who didn't understand, don't worry, sir. Just only one point you people should aware: all fundamental data types are immutable. Once we create an object, we are not allowed to change its content. That's all. Okay. Yeah, so just aware these internal reasons, don't worry. Okay, later after moving somewhere, I mean forward, after some 10 or 15 sessions, go back and listen this video again, then definitely you people are going to get much clarity. Okay, please make sure, sir, all fundamental data types are immutable or not. Respond, all fundamental data types are immutable or not? Yes. Okay, now I have one small doubt, sir. What's my doubt is, x is equal to 10, y is equal to x, x is equal to x plus 1, print of id of x, id of y, id of x, id of y, and print x comma y, x comma y. What the answer we are going to get now? Are you getting right? What the answer we are going to get now? Please take paper and a pen. Please take paper and a pen, and then please let me know. In this case, what the answer? Either addresses are same or different. In this case, what the answer? Either addresses are same or different. Either addresses are same or different. Yeah, very important terminology. Okay, please take a bit special care. Now, the same thing I want to explain. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. So please take paper and a pen. Can you please confirm what is the answer by default we are going to get in this case? What answer we are going to get in this case? Okay, listen carefully. Listen carefully. X is equal to 10. Sir, here 10 object created. X is the reference variable for that. Y is equal to X. Y is equal to X. Y is also pointing to the same object. Okay, any doubt up to this? Respond. Any doubt up to this? Okay, well, next x is equal to x plus 1. You are trying to change x value. X plus 1 value, we are trying to assign to the x. So, is it possible to change the content here? No, no, no. We are not allowed to change its content. We are not allowed to change its content because all fundamental data types are immutable. You can't change. Whenever you are trying to change x plus 1, can you please create a new object? 11 new object created. X is a point into that object. X now onwards point into that object. Old reference by default will be gone. Now, so now onwards, x is pointing to 11. So id of x, id of y. id of x is the 11 address. id of y is the 10 address. Both are different. What is the x values are 11? What is the y values are 10? That's what you have to aware. Let me cross check. Sir, is it really? Is it the thing which is going to be happen? Is it the thing which is going to be happen? Yes, yes. Observe carefully, right? Yes, here this address is the different. This address is the different. 11, 10, both are yes like. Okay. Everyone in the position to understand. Uh, Gangaraj, both the things are different. Okay, because Python is the case sensitive programming language. Please take a bit special care. Okay, so let me repeat again for you people, right? Okay, listen carefully, because in our session very innocent students are there. For the first few sessions I have to take a bit special care. Even for me repetition is a problem, but still I want to I should do that. Okay, now listen, the people who didn't get, please have a look once. Sir, one small thing. Everyone, can you please read this point well? Everyone, can you please read this point well? All fundamental data types are immutable. All fundamental data types are immutable. Once we create an object, we are not allowed to change its content. That's what immutability. We can't change its content. Okay, like now here see this, x is equal to 10. Yes, x is x, an object got created with the content 10. X is the reference variable for that. Okay, like now y is equal to x. Oh, y is also pointing to the same object. Okay, like now x plus 1. What is the x value? Can you please confirm what is the x value? 10. 10 plus 1 means 11. 11 x plus 1. 11. A new object will be created. Okay, because in the existing object we can't perform any changes because it is immutable. For this new object, x is the reference variable. Only x assigning to x plus 1 object. Now onwards, x is pointing to this object. Old reference by default will be gone. It is the object reassignment. Reassignment. Remember this one, sir. It is the object reassignment. Now, so print id of x. id of x means address of new object. Print id of y. id of y means address of old object. Next, x comma y, x value 11 and the y value is the 10. Okay, this is, let me cross check. Yes, have you observed, right? Address is the different. 11, 10 itself is the answer. Sir, here x is equal to x plus 1. We are not changing y value. Ajinkya, remember that. Babita, y is equal to x. After x is equal to x plus 1, y still pointing to 10 only, because we performed reassignment only x. Only x variable point into this one, but y is always pointing to the old one only. Okay, because is this object is the mutable or immutable? Can you please confirm? Is this object is the mutable or immutable? Immutable. Once we create into object, you are not allowed to change its content. Okay, well, now let me take a small another point. Listen carefully. L is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. Listen carefully. L is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. Sir, here let me take L1. L1. L2 is equal to L2 is equal to L1, sir. Please observe carefully. In the case of list, what will happen? You can understand very easily, right? L2 is equal to L1. L1 of 0 is equal to 7777. Print ID of L1, print ID of L2, and print L1 comma L2. I'm trying to take. Yeah, same, right? Same example, right? But only thing in the earlier case int object immutable, but in this case list object mutable. Internally what will happen? Either list is mutable or immutable. Either list is mutable or immutable. Please confirm. Please confirm, list is mutable or immutable? Yes, it is a mutable. What will happen? What will happen? Now have a look once, sir. Here just observe, L1 is equal to 10 20 30. Okay, assume an object got created. 10 20 30 list object is there. 10 20 30 list object is there. L1 is the reference variable for that. Okay, like L1 is the reference variable. L2 is equal to L1. L2 is equal to L1. Perfect. L2 is equal to L1. Next, L1 of 0 is equal to 7777. Yeah. Either list is mutable or immutable. Either list is mutable or immutable. Mutable. In the existing object only change is going to be happen. Okay, it is the mutable. Now 7777 is going to be happen. Now ID of L1, what is the answer? ID of L2, what is the answer? Same address. Sir, L1 content, L2 content is the same. L1 content, L2 content is the same. Remember carefully. Now, where is the proof for that? Let me execute this code. Yes, friend. Is it the same address? Is it the same address? Yes. Okay. Here, content is also same. Are you getting the point? Are you getting the point? What is the difference between immutable and mutable? Respond. Are you getting the point, right? Immutable and mutable. What is the difference? Next, I have one more doubt. One more doubt. With this, you can expect, you can get much clarity. X is equal to 10, Y is equal to 10, Z is equal to 10. Z is equal to 10. Print of ID of X, ID of Y, comma ID of Z. Okay, well. Now observe this. Sir, in this case, how many objects will be created? How many objects will be created? Only one object. Only one object. Sir, for the same X, Y, Z, all are pointing. X, Y, Z, all are pointing. By using one reference, if we perform any change, the remaining references will be affected. That's why in this you can't perform any change. If any person trying to change a new object will be created and now reassigned to the new object. This is the story happening in this case. Addresses are same. Now L1 is equal to 10 20 30. L2 is equal to 10 20 30. L3 is equal to 10 20 30. Listen carefully. L2 L3. Print ID of L1, ID of L2, okay, ID of L3. L3, like, yeah. Now take very special care. Internally what thing is happening, why immutability is not required for the list object, you can see. Sir, here how many objects got created in this case? In this case, how many objects got created? Only one. But in this case, in the case of list, object reusability is not there. Remember this. Object reusability is not there. L1 point into this. L2 point into this one. L3 point into this one. By using L1, if I change the content, there is no effect on the remaining. What is the need of creating new object? What is the need of creating new object? No, that's why addresses are different. Immutability concept is not required for the list. But here same object will be reused. Same object will be reused by multiple people. By using one reference, if we are allowed to change the content, remaining people are going to be affected. Okay, that's why it is immutable. But here there is no effect on the remaining people. That's why it is immutable. Okay, sorry, it is mutable. Now observe. Have a look once, sir. Do you want me repeat again? Listen carefully. Do you want me repeat again? Now my question is very simple. Now my question is why why int why int or string or any fundamental type, why int is immutable, whereas list is mutable. Okay, this is my question. Now in in int in the case of int or in the case of int or string, same object will be reused. Same object will be reused by multiple references. Multiple references. By using multiple references, because objects are reusable. Objects are reusable. By using one reference, if we are trying to change the content, in the existing object, the remaining references will be affected. Remaining references will be affected. To prevent this immutability is required. Yes, friends, can you please confirm? In the case of string, same object will be reused by multiple references because objects are reusable. By using one reference, if we are allowed to change the content, in the existing object, then the remaining references will be affected. To prevent this, immutability is required. Okay, remember. But in list, object reusability is not there. Every time a new object will be created, so no reusability. Multiple references point into the same object won't be there. Multiple references point into the same object won't be there. Multiple references point to the same object won't be there. By using one reference, if we are trying to change a content, there is no effect on remaining references because objects are different. Can you please observe very carefully? Complete theory in front of you so that you can understand much. So there is no effect on remaining references because objects are different. Hence, immutability. Hence, immutability is not required for list object. Are you getting the point? Immutability is not required for list objects. Are you feeling comfortable? Okay, now observe this carefully, right? Now let me consider our example. So in this case, how many objects will be created? I respond. In this case, how many objects will be created? Only one object. Reusability is there. That's why immutability concept is required. But in this case, how many objects will be created, sir? Every time separate, object, separate object. That's why reusability is not there. No sharing of the same object. Reusability of the same object is not there. So that's why immutability is not required. Now observe. Let me execute this code. First time 240, 240, 240. Same object we are using. But second time 560, 568, 936 different objects. Are you feeling comfortable? Okay, bit internal things. The innocent people keep on listening. Innocent people keep on listening. At certain point, you will get much clarity. Don't worry. But a bit internal things I'm talking. Okay, that's why. Don't worry at all. Okay. Yeah. Now, here see someone is asking about this one. ID of x, print ID of x, print x. What is the problem? Here, what is the problem, Ajinkya? Here just observe x is pointing to 10. Okay, perfect. Next, x is 11. X is so here observe that x is already there, but 11 a new object. Now onwards it is pointing to this one. Old reference by default will be gone. Okay, like now here just observe print of id of x. Array, what is the address of this object? Id of x means address in which memory location this object is there. Okay, print of x. What is the x value? Yes, Ajinkya, getting right? ID means address where this object is locating. Just x means just value of x. Okay. Yeah. Clear, right? Address of 11. ID of x means address of 11. And the print of x means just 11. Yeah. Here someone is asking, Gangaraj is asking something like fundamentals are not rich people, so sharing, but listing is rich, so no sharing. Wow, wonderful. Yeah, excellent. Okay, the reason for that, really strictly speaking, yes, fundamental data types are most commonly used data types. Most commonly used data types. Fundamental types are most commonly used types. That's why sharing all these things, extra facilities are required. But a list, not commonly used like fundamental type, a bit rare. That's why no extra facilities are required for the list. Good. Yeah. Clear, right? You people are feeling comfortable? Yeah, Gangaraj is telling very good analogies. In the last session also, I hope someone told, I hope he may be. Yeah, good. Okay.